Hello and welcome to PC Attack. Today I'm going to do a review of the Bluedio R Plus Legends. Without further ado, these are the headphones, but let me show you what it came with. Alright, this is the box, the Bluedio. These are the silver color Legends. R Plus Legends are what they call it, just in case you guys want to know. Just an FYI, some people said that there are bootleg versions or rip-off or non-official versions of this headphones. That's not true. If you were to look it up, you'll find out that there's an R Plus, and an R Plus Legend. All three of those headphones look very similar, but the specs for like decibel, frequency response, all that is different. So because of that, that's why people are saying that there are knockoffs of this. It's not a knockoff, it's just a lower model. These headphones right here, I caught them on sale on Amazon. I bought them for, I think it was like $79.99. Before that, I had another pair of R Plus Legends. I ended up taking them back because I paid $130 for it, and they weren't going to do a price match, so I just pretty much returned it and just bought these instead. So let's get this open. You should see the side here. Pretty much just pictures, Bluetooth 4.0. It has a mic on there. I'm going to get to that in a second. What's included inside the box, different languages, stuff like that, and some of the specs of the headphones. On this side, it's going to show you that's 8 drivers, 4 drivers per ear. There's a 50mm drive, and that's just for your bass right there. And then the rest of these are for your vocals, which is phenomenal. I'll get into that in more detail in a little bit. So let's get to this part of the box right here. Only thing that comes in here, your headphones will be laying here inside of this plastic piece. You get a little... To me, this booklet is almost pointless. I'll just go over the most important thing you need to know in a second. Headphone jack, USB cord to charge it, and a pouch, which is pointless. Or rather, me personally, I prefer hardcover because when I'm transporting it, I'm not going to be able to transport it, you know, in the best of conditions. So maybe it bumps, maybe someone, you know, sits on it or try to crush it or something like that. Inside this pouch, it will pretty much destroy them. Inside a hard cover, it's more protected. That's the only reason why I say that. Let's move these to the side. Put this back in here. It's magnetically, right here you can see the magnetic points that's holding it in place, which is pretty nice. You can see it on both sides. Put it here. Voila. If you want to put this on store shelves, have a tab right here to put on store shelves if you need to. So let's get this out the way. Now to the headphones. As I said, these are the silver color edition of these. I kind of like to call these almost the Tron headsets because, you know, kind of match the Tron bike, which I pretty much love the color of it. This is the left ear cup, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the left, there's no buttons on it. Left ear cup, Bluedio sign, S-Track on it. 3.5mm headphone jack, you can plug it in, and if you want to get the full, you know, features and advantage of it, run this through an amped 3.5mm jack onto a computer, sound card, or anything like that, and this will start to unlock the full potential of these headphones. These are Bluetooth 4.0. They have a mic. The UFOs also have a mic. This part right here, this is where you charge it. Just plug it in, charge it. You could charge and use these at the exact same time, and these can also be paired to 2 devices simultaneously. Okay, right here, these are the cushions for the top, which are pretty cushiony. So, pretty much good right there. I'm going to start this off with the negatives, because I like to get the negatives out the way, and this is a big negative. My biggest negative to these of why these are my wife headphones, but I own the UFOs. I'm going to keep them. I just got to get another pair, of course. Build quality on these, horrendous. Really bad build quality. I'm not going to do the bend that I did with the UFOs. I'm not going to try to stretch these out or anything like that because these will break. Your weakest points are right here. This is a weak point. This is a weak point. This is really cheap plastic. This is actually pretty good right here, but this is weak. And your headphones, what's holding this right here together, is also kind of weak. People will say, oh, well, just be delicate with those. You could be as delicate as you want to. These are still going to break. They're going to break just through normal usage, no matter how much you're going to baby them or anything like that. The reason why my wife kept these is because the sound quality and comfort and price. Bang for your buck. Beat Studios are not going to sound better than these. They're not going to outperform these. And the 400 pair of Sennheisers are not going to outperform these and only pay $79. The main reason being is inside these headphones, the bass on these is some of the most powerful, pronounced bass I've heard on any headphones. These headphones have even more bass than the UFOs, which is strange. UFOs, once you break those in after 30 hours, they're going to sound better than they normally sound to you. The bass and everything is going to improve. You may or may not even notice it because it's just going to happen just at one time or one day. These, on the other hand, bass is just ridiculous. The other drivers, once again, helps you hear stuff in songs that you never heard before, and it's going to actually help you start to localize, like your directional sound from left to right. It's going to be more pronounced on a headphone like these in the UFOs than on any other headphones out on the market. Your fade in and fade out is more pronounced on these also, which I love. I heard different types of genre of music. I heard movies. I play games on these. Movies do not sound as good as the UFOs because of the 3D sound processor that's inside the UFOs. So movies sound amazing on the UFOs, but they sound really good. If you never hear the UFOs, these will sound amazing to you. But if you heard the UFOs, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. Now, games. Games sound great. If you have like a Astro 840 mix amp and use these, or anything that will simulate surround sound throughout the headphones, it does a great job at that. I mean, really excellent. You can get pretty good directional sound, even though they're kind of not made for it, but it still does a great job otherwise. I already told you the build quality sucks. The comfort on these are remarkable. They are amazingly comfortable. You can have these on for hours on end. And my testament to like music hearing, as long as you got a headphone that will last you 4 to 6 hours for comfort, within that time, the normal person will normally take them off after like 2 hours, unless you're on an airplane and you're on a flight. And normally that's still about the 2 to 3 hour time frame anyways. After that, the average person should have taken them off for who knows how long of a time, maybe only a few minutes, maybe an hour, maybe a day. Then you put them back on. But for this 6 hours, 7 hours continuous usage, great. Sound leakage, noise canceling, I explained that in my other video. They're different. A lot of people confuse them. Noise canceling just means how loud this gets to actually drown out the noise that's going on in your world or around you or in your environment, however you want to place it. Sound leakage is just how much sound is escaping these headphones. As you increase the decibel level of any headphones, you're going to have more sound leakage, because these are, you're not inside a sound treated room or anything like that. These are on your head. So noise canceling, phenomenal. You turn these up too loud, you won't hear anything. Sound leakage, as you increase the volume, the leakage increases also. That lets you know you have a very powerful headphones. You leave it at low volumes, they're not going to escape, but the higher you go, the more escapes. So on that aspect, they're still great in those two matters. Yes, these do fold up, just to let you guys know, and they do a great job, you know, for portability wise, as you can see there. One thing I'm gonna let you guys know, there's EQ. There's between 4 or 6 EQ presets. I'm more favorable to preset number 4. To get the presets, you hold down the volume plus and minus at the same time. Within 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds, you're gonna hear a beep on your headphones. When you hear the beep, your sound changes. Depending on whatever one you like, you just go through, select them, hear them all, and then pick whatever one you prefer the most. I love the EQ because depending on what type of sound of music or style of music you're listening to, the EQ would actually, you know, favor that, or movie watching also, which is a great feature. One preset for sound is good for certain type of music, but when you have separate EQs, EQing is very important to different types of genre of music. So you're going to want to have different presets depending on what type of genre of music you're listening to, movies or even games. Which, as I said, thumbs up, volume minus, volume plus, 4 track, back to track. Other plus I'm going to give this, fast forward and rewind. A lot of headphones do not have that. That is a great feature in these. On top of that, another feature is you can put a micro SD card in right here, and you control it through these buttons here. What happens is when you put a micro SD card in here, you can just load your music onto there, and it will just recognize the music out your micro SD card. You can skip your track and control your SD card through these buttons right here also. Great feature just in case you don't want to sync it to your phone, or you just, you know, you want to be more portable. Let's say you're jogging or something like that. Some people do walks or jogs without their phone. They want to have as little clutter as possible so that they're not distracted from their run. This way, all you have to do is just have these, put in a micro SD card, put your music on here, play, and just run. You don't have to worry about carrying a phone or anything else like that. You could just run as free as possible. You know, thumbs up for that. Battery life on these are amazing. I do mean, this is probably the best battery life I've ever seen on any headphone in my life. As I said, I've got the Turtle Beach Tangles. I got some Sonys. I have some Sennheisers. I borrowed some Beats Studios, which I did just to do a comparison matter. I borrowed some Beats Solos just to do comparison. Wireless, wired, you name it, I've tried it. And for battery life, this is unmatched. It is so unmatched. We had these headphones for 4 weeks. We're about almost halfway through the battery, if not even halfway, and they came fully charged. Yeah, my wife used these a lot and has never had to charge this, and it's been a month, and she's still over half battery life. That is simply amazing. She average listened to these probably like, not every day, but some days when she listened to them, they're going on for like 2 to 4 hours at a time. And if you add that up over a 4-week time span, she listened to them about 4 or 5 times a week. You do the math on that, and it's just, as I said, it's amazing. I use my headphones just as much as she did when I had the UFOs the first time, and I had to charge them up after my first 5 days, and we were using them about the same. And her headphones were about 90-something%, and mine was pretty much dead. This and the UFO also on your phone, because they're 4.0 and 4.1 Bluetooth, this one being the 4.0, they're going to have a battery indicator on there on your phone next to the Bluetooth signal. That battery indicator is just for your headset, which is a great feature to have so you know how much battery you have left. When you start to get low, sound will play, just to let you know it's pretty much time to charge. These can be paired to 2 devices simultaneously. Whichever one is last is the one that takes over. So if you're listening to music on your iPad or another device, you get a phone call. Of course, after the second or third ring, this will start to pick up that signal because it switches over. Then you have the option to answer the phone from here by just pressing this button or not. Last very important thing is your volume button. When you pair this to your phone and you're doing phone calls, you're going to want to turn your volume all the way up on your headphones, or 2 away from max. Reason being, this volume controls, it's like a separate volume knob for your headphones, but the most strange but important thing it controls is the volume on your mic. You turn this down, it will sound like you're almost like 20, 30, 40 feet away. People will barely be able to hear you. But if you turn this up, people are going to be able to hear you a whole lot better. Crystal clear starts to pick up more. Now, to offset the sound on your headphones, just control it through the volume knob on your phone. Turn the volume on your phone down. That's going to control just this volume. Turn the volume on this up to 2 away from max, so your mic will sound amazing. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Other than the build quality, as I said, 2 thumbs up. Will I recommend these? I honestly cannot recommend them, only because of build quality. Other than that, if it wasn't for the build quality, I would give these headphones a 9.8 also, just like the UFOs, and I would highly recommend these. Well, let me not say a 9.8. I forgot that this doesn't have 3D sound. I'll probably give it more on the lines of a 9.3, but if I never heard the UFOs, it would have been at that 9.8 standpoint. Because of build quality, as I said, these are really flimsy, as you can see right here, as it's shaking really easily. That's the only negative. And what could be a legendary headphones right here, the only negative is build quality, which they fixed in the UFO model. So if you have any more questions, please leave it below. Comments, leave it below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, you know, recommend it to your friends or anything like that. Let them know that, you know, I'm gonna do reviews on here of great products that I recommend and some that you probably should steer clear of. If you want to get these, go ahead, get them, give them a try. It's up to you guys. But for, as I say, 80 bucks, who cares? They break, they break. They don't, they don't. It was worth the risk, especially comparing them like $400 or $500 headphones, and these are well outperforming those headphones. So, yeah. Next video, I'm going to do a comparison review between these and the UFOs. That video is not going to be as long because you have this video and the other one to go back to. So, yeah, see you guys in the next video. Thank you, and this has been PC Attack, signing out.